Welcome to another episode of Power Talks. India's GCC story is no longer limited to just Bangalore, Hyderabad, or Pune for that matter. Tier 2 cities are perhaps entering to the frame, powered by infrastructure, talent, and policy support from the government. And this is what we're going to unravel in this episode today, the potential of Tier 2 cities in the next phase of growth for India's GCCs. Joining me in this conversation is Abdul Rehman, who is the Director and Chief Operating Officer at LULU IT Parks. Abdul, thank you so much for joining us for this conversation.
Thank you very much for having me.
You know, Abdul, you have the front row seat to India's infrastructure journey. How would you describe the role of infrastructure in sort of making India the GCC magnet that it is today?
So when we talk about infrastructure, two primary things that comes to our mind is the capacity for office space and the connectivity related matters. So on these two aspects, I think the tier 2 cities are excelling now, and the Lulu group, we have developed a modern infrastructure for the future development of the IT corridor in the state as well as in the city. And infrastructure plays a very crucial role, because when you are creating future ready office spaces for IT companies, that really thrives innovation. Now, nowadays, the present generation, they are looking for something beyond a conventional office space setup. People are looking for experience. When they come to office, there should be something exciting for them to come. It's not like people can come just like going to some routine. It should be beyond the routine. No, we are creating some exciting aspects in the infrastructure we are creating. We are creating future ready offices for the next generation, which will thrive innovation, and we are happy to be part of that growth journey.
Yeah, there should be perhaps more motivation other than money to come to offices,
Exactly.
Yeah.
People should forget about work from home. That's our target. We are now introducing a new concept called work from God's own home, which are the infrastructures that we are creating. We call Kerala as God's own country. We are creating God's own home, which are the office spaces that we are building.
All right, we are hearing a lot about the tier 2 cities. For example, Kochi, Thiruvananthapuram, Indore for that matter, Coimbatore are now being positioned as the new GCC hubs. What, according to you, is sort of fueling this growth other than the metro cities?
Yeah, see, there are two aspects to this. The first being the tier 1 cities or the metro cities are too overcrowded, or the congestion, the traffic block, and other social unrest aspects are bit, it is kind of exhausted to some greater extent. So many companies, they are looking at tier 2 strategy now, not only from a cost arbitrage point of view, but also from a convenience and overall employee experience perspective. And now tier 2 cities are coming up with great talent and very high quality infrastructure, which is all fueling the growth of tier 2 cities. They are all becoming most preferred destinations for this companies to flourish. And also companies are either expanding or creating backup location in the tier 2 cities. Both ways, the tier 2 cities are getting benefited, and we see that this is going to be the continuing trend. A lot of companies are going to come across the globe. They are going to target tier 2 cities, and a lot more to come in this.
All right, so it's infrastructure, it's talent, it's the policy support that we are getting from the government. But when a company, when a GCC looks at sort of launching them or setting up in a tier 2 cities, what is that first element, or what are those infrastructure elements that a company sort of evaluates while setting up in a tier 2 city?
So from the perspective of companies, I think the talent pool availability comes first. In fact, if you ask me, the infrastructure comes second. Okay. Talent pool availability is the most crucial thing, because people still have the myth that tier 2 cities do not have the enough kind of talent. It's an absolute myth, because we are in this
has
business.
A talent, but perhaps those talented people move to the metros to get the jobs now.
They either move to the metros, or they are there in the city but it is not properly explored, not be properly utilized. See, those things are changing now. We have a lot of companies, lot of multinationals setting up in tier 2. For instance, I would say that IBM has designated Kochi as their AI hub in the country. So more than 5,000 professionals who are trained in AI and machine learning are in Kochi. So many other companies, the popular, most popular names like TCS, Wipro, Cognizant, HCL is fast, rapidly growing in Kochi. So the fact that we talk about talent availability in the city is, it's a myth that is changing, and the infrastructure is also available, and these are all the key aspects like talent pool, infrastructure, connectivity. All these three major things are a tick mark in tier 2 cities. That's how the the major change is happening.
Thank you for breaking that or busting that myth for us that the talent is available in these cities. But to get those talent and to get that momentum happening for the GCCs, it's very important to perhaps create that ecosystem in tier 2
Exactly,
cities, right? So
absolutely
how
right.
can we
Yeah.
do that? How we can create the ecosystem between the educational institutions, the companies that are setting up in, so that our talent pool is ready for the new jobs that are coming in?
Yeah. See, the role of government is very important in this. I think they are playing a very, very proactive role. The Kerala government, they are collaborating with a lot of universities. They are making changes in the curriculum. They are creating, including aspects in the curriculum to make the talent pool the future ready. A lot of things have to be aligned at the university level, where a lot of new emerging technology courses are coming now. A lot of institutions, a lot of universities are coming up with diploma in AI courses. Such things we have not seen in the past. So such things are, emerging things are coming, and a lot of things are evolving. The government is playing a very active role, because now the government and other institutions, they have realized the importance of helping the GCCs, which will help the state. So the universities and all of them are in, in fact, we are LULU IT Parks, we are planning to collaborate with a number of institutions where they can connect with the CEOs of the companies that we are bringing. They can do a recruitment drive in their campus, so they can get inputs from the CEOs about what kind of talent they want. So this will help, as you said, right? You said this will help the whole ecosystem, right? That's a very good question.
Yeah.
That is.
Thank you, and absolutely. And when we talk about, you were talking about the Kerala government and its active role that it's playing in bringing that ecosystem together. You recently launched a white paper in
Yes,
Kerala, right? So
yes,
what are
yes.
those infrastructure support also you're getting from the Kerala government?
See, the Kerala government has released a white paper on a GCC policy, which is open for the public for feedback and suggestions. It's been rolled out yesterday by the Chief Minister and the IT Secretary. So we are all going to study that in detail. We are going to give our inputs, and a lot of good things are there. I think this is not the right time to comment about it, because a lot of things may get added in that. But still, this is a positive move. A lot of I guess a lot of incentives are going to flow to this GCC community to encourage them to create more works, expansions in the state, and we are looking forward for that. And this is a great start for the state. Yeah.
All right. A lot of people argue that tier 2 cities are attractive only because of its cost efficiency, right? So, do you support this thought, or are there any other value proposition that tier 2 cities sort of bring apart from cost? Maybe it can be the quality of life that we were talking in the earlier part of the conversation, or the lower attrition, or the sustainability factor as well.
Yeah, we cannot deny the fact that cost arbitrage plays a very crucial role in the tier 2 cities' attractiveness, but that cannot be the only factor. As you said, the employee attrition rate is nearly 1/5 of the tier 1 cities, which is a great advantage. Many employers, they hire talent, and they spend a lot of time in, again, the attrition rates, high attrition rates is a huge impact in many businesses. That is a great point that we have. We have 1/5 of the tier 1 cities. That is another factor. The cost arbitrage is not the only aspect. The quality of talent, the infrastructure availability, low attrition rates, all of these in combination only makes tier 2 cities more attractive.
You
It's
know,
not only the cost arbitrage.
yeah, absolutely. And thank you for that answer. And moving on to the sustainability aspect of it, modern GCs are now required to be more sustainable from the scratch, right? They are sort of expected to avoid the mistakes that metros did when they sort of launched those big organizations. So, do you think that tier 2 cities are at the right place or hold the right location strategically in terms of getting close to those sustainability goals as well from the scratch?
See, sustainability aspects are no longer. It's not in the
It's
wish
not a,
list.
yeah, it's not a tick mark approach
It
now.
is a mandatory thing now.
Yeah.
Okay, many companies, they have to report to their global leaders about what they have contributed for the sustainability. That has become mandatory. So we Lulu IT Parks, all our assets, what we are building are all LEED Platinum rated. LEED certification is a certification on how environmentally sustainable we are. We are an absolute green building. Okay, environmental sustainability in all aspects like energy efficiency, water conservation, the overall atmosphere. It promotes and conserves the environment in so many ways. So platinum rating is the highest of all the ESG ratings, and all our buildings are having the highest rating. We are very much concerned about sustainability aspects. Even in the future, we would be doing only LEED Platinum buildings. That has
Okay.
become the need of the hour.
Yeah,
Yeah.
absolutely, and that's great that you're doing that. But when we talk about GCCs, at the end of the day, be it tier 2 or tier 1 GCC, at this point in time we are talking about tier 2 GCCs, they need to match the standards of the global organizations, right? So what role do you think that can private developers play in sort of matching those standards?
Yeah, I'll tell you. See the private developers, especially from the GCC point of view, there are many GCCs who have presence in India only for a particular business segment, or they do not have a large setup where they have a facilities team or a real estate team to back. What role private developers can actually do is to do an absolute fully managed office space where the GCCs can focus only on their core area. Okay, they need not have take the stress on managing the workspace and all. We will do an end-to-end support, right from developing the fit outs to managing the office, giving them all the other required provisions. We can do an all consolidated concept, where they can need not worry about anything related to infrastructure. Absolutely, the landlord will take care. So we are coming out with such options. We are working out different other models which will really help them to consider us as the preferred option.
Yeah. No, thank you for sharing that. And this is a work in progress currently. But when we look at the future, looking ahead, how much do you feel like how realistic is, or realistically how much growth can tier 2 hubs bring on the table?
Today we have 1,700 plus GCCs in the country, right? That India is already a GCC hub in the globe, right? We are saying that by 2030, there will be a minimum of 5,000 GCCs. In that, tier 2 cities are going to play a major role. That is the future. I mean, I think that answers your question. We are expecting at least 5,000 GCCs by 2030.
All right. So I would like to end with this thought. I mean, if you had to make a case for a GCC to choose a tier 2 city, what would be your strongest argument?
See, we have created the complete ecosystem. I think it's not only about infrastructure, or not only about the talent, or not only about the connectivity, or only about the government support. We come in combination. We have enabled all these aspects in combination. So I think we are future ready. We are business friendly, and we have, as I told you, we have created the complete ecosystem for them to take the decision. So there is no reason why they should not select us.
All right. So tier 2 cities clearly are sort of accelerating the next phase of GCC growth in India and making India the GCC magnet that it is already at this point in time. Well, thank you so much for your time and for
Thank you
giving
very
us
much.
such insights. And thank you for being a part of this conversation. And to our viewers, stay tuned for many, many more such insightful conversations only at Power Talks.